Thank you to EA for early access to The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature. And today I've decided to show me building my Rags to Riches lot for my own gameplay save, and I am doing it on the same lot that I built my swamp for the same fairy during the other early access period. It's called the Watering Hole, and it's one of my favorite lots in Innisgreen. My favorite one is, of course, the one with the giant tree that's really beautiful, and the branches are just like growing up over the house, which is always like really inspiring to build on. But this one is my second favorite. And I do have my G Shade preset back on now that I'm back in my regular game. And it took me a second to get used to it. I was not used to building with G Shade on, and I was kind of liking just like the normal game colors, but I might experiment around and I might even like look around to see what other sorts of presets I like just to try them out and see if I ever want to change it up a little bit. Especially because this one, I like this one. Sometimes it is a pain to find the right lighting, especially if I don't have like MCC installed to change the cloudiness in the daytime to perfectly like accommodate for this preset. Because sometimes it could be like very overexposed, which is like sometimes annoying to deal with. And it's something that I can edit down in my software, but I'll like see what I want to do moving forward. And I already have my landscape planned out for this lot. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted a little pond where my sim could bathe because that's another thing that you can do in the pack. And I did have to make it a little bit deeper, I think. No, I had to smooth it out a little bit to create a place that the sim could actually like walk into the pond. And so it is fixed. My sim has been bathing in this pond like every single day, and this should be base game and Enchanted by Nature only. I originally wasn't gonna have it be, and then I was like, I feel like everything I use was mostly Enchanted by Nature, and you'll see me like I picked out some grass and it was eco lifestyle, and it was the same grass that we have just in base game. So it's like, okay, if I switch those out, I could just keep this to be base game and Enchanted by Nature too, because I really didn't use anything else from it. And I think it should be only those two packs. I don't think I used anything else. Like, sometimes it's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure if you look on the gallery, it does just say Enchanted by Nature. And so I feel like maybe that's accurate. I was getting worried that maybe live edit objects don't show up correctly, but I feel like they do. They just don't show the exact items that you used. And up here, I was trying to make like a little fairy circle, and I did edit it a little bit so your sim could actually walk through and like stand in there, because I like the idea of eventually having a rug, put the rug up there and your sim can sleep on there. My sim has made some money in my own little rags to riches, because the first thing I did when I got the like early access into my actual game was I was doing gameplay, and I was like, I built so much I could just enjoy the new reward challenge, like the Nature's Calling rewards, because I didn't even open up my game yet. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I was really excited to do some rags to riches like that. And I haven't really done too much with the lot so far. And with the pack, I feel like I don't even need a house. Like my sim just does everything outside. And I haven't even like wanted to hurry to build anything at all. And do fairies eat? I don't even remember now, because now I'm thinking I don't even know if they use the bathroom. No, I don't think they do. Do they eat? I don't think they eat either. So it's very easy to have a fairy rags to riches, I guess. I could be wrong, and maybe I'm misremembering because I really don't know. But you see, before I changed out the grass to be just the base game one, just in case, because I was like, yeah, I could make this pack limited and it'll be okay. And I sized down some of the large live edit mushrooms, and I really like how they look. I'm excited to have Tool Mod back whenever it is updated. I know that mods take a little bit of time to update, and that's no problem. They work very hard to like get updates for their mods, so I'm not in any rush to have it back, but it is going to be really nice to be able to just like size things down a little bit more in some areas, as well as lowering things into the ground just a little bit. I didn't really miss it too much when I was building this. It was more so when I'm building my next like actual house because I would want to keep just lowering the mushrooms down into the ground just a little bit because it would be floating, but I'm managing without it, and I'm actually very surprised that I've gotten over my because like whenever I do terrain, I never like looking at the exposed terrain paint that happens when you raise up the terrain. And now I'm kind of just like I'm not as annoyed about seeing it when I'm doing it. And so I'm like, okay, this is okay. I'm dealing with this, which is really nice. This is a very short video today too because there isn't really much to this lot besides the landscape and some plants around everywhere because this is zero simoleons, which means it uses only live edit and debug items, and there is no house at all. It kind of just felt like my building ASMR videos where I just do my landscape only. I was like, oh, that's like exactly what this is, but I don't mind doing a voiceover, especially with something so short. So I was like, yeah, I can do a little voiceover of here. I don't really know what to say about the lot besides maybe some of the new live edit objects, which are these mushrooms. There is a bunch of like bushes that I think also came in like cottage living and snowy escape. There is quite a bit of live edit objects that are recycled from other packs, which you mostly see with like any of the new packs. There is sometimes overlap with them. Like there's cottage living grass that I always use that is in the live edits section, but there is plenty of new stuff too, like the main pieces being these beautiful mushrooms. And I feel like those barrels, there's definitely a new barrel because I used it in another build of mine that I'll post next week. But I think those barrels might be new. I know that these flowers are like purple ones, which are really beautiful. I like them both sized up and just the regular size. They look really nice. My one issue with my lot that I made is that there isn't really a lot of blank space to build an entire house on it. If you want it, you would probably have to move some stuff around in order to do that, which maybe is like I did squeeze in a tiny kind of shed area towards the back, which I wanted to insert a picture of. So I need to take a picture and show it at the end to kind of get an idea of where you could maybe put some sort of shelter on here. Towards the right, too, would be fine for gameplay purposes. I think it would mess up the balance of it visually for pictures. But if it's just for gameplay, I'd like the entire right side could fit a house if you just move some of the stuff over. That's where I have my cow plants because she foraged and got two cow plants, and I love that for her because she seems exactly like the type of sim who would love cow plants. It is a very simple lot, but I think it looks very magical and was a good backdrop to start some Rags to Riches instead of just having an empty lot. I decided that I can just show the lot in game for a little bit because this video is so short anyway, so I might as well. And maybe I'll just like try and show where I think some like stuff can go, like for houses. It's also fall in Everdew and it looks really pretty. I love how it looks in the fall, especially with like all these like vibrant mushroom stuff around. And I mean, these mushrooms just scream fall to begin with, so it like really works well. This looks a little bit strange. I think that the leaves haven't fully changed color yet. I don't know what happens. This is a live edit tree, so maybe that's why. My sim also had a fire recently. Um, all of these gnomes showed up and set fire to my workbench, and I could not put it out. And then they took my gnome. I had a which kind of gnome is that? The mold one, the one that came with for a rent. I had her make that, and that gnome is completely gone. I don't know where my gnome is, and maybe I need to move this over because it has not grown at all. I have a full-sized one here. This is where I was talking about you can probably build a house. I was starting to build something over here, and you could see it's like I have not really much to it, and I no longer like the glass at the top. I was trying to experiment, see what I liked and what I didn't like, and I don't like that. I also put this chair that she found somehow. I don't a chair, a couch. I don't know where she found this, but she found it. And it's not functional because it's in the flowers, so I'm gonna have to move it. It's a good thing I'm remembering. But I kind of really do just like having everything outside of her house. But if you wanted to, I was thinking you can easily just build a house over here. You could even I don't have a lot of money to show it, but you can probably even just start from up here, have like a front door up this area, extend the house out like through this part of the lot is what I'm thinking would be the easiest to do if you do download this and want to use it for rags to riches. I think that would be the easiest way to do it. You could probably do something up here as well. I think that might I mean, it could work. You just got to get rid of the trees and stuff. Yeah, you could do that, or you could have like multiple different structures around. You could have something up here, something down there. This is also a good spot to have it. I feel like you could definitely like move this up a little bit. It might mess with the pond, and you just have to smooth it out so that your sim can actually bathe in it. I'm not gonna upload this for a couple of days, so I might even show some pictures if I do play and I do add some of my own like house around. And I did notice that fairies don't eat, so it really has just been so easy to do rags to riches because all I really have been doing is she bathes in this pond and then she rejuvenates her like emotional force over here and I haven't really had to do anything else. And then she sleeps over here on this rug. This is her spot that the gnomes took over. I was freaking out because I didn't think that the gnomes would just show up and start lighting things on fire in my house. This isn't even a house, but you know what I mean. And one last update before some of the screenshots of just the lot before all of this. I did add a little cottage off to the side. I got rid of this and moved the hot tub over there because I really did like the idea of having the house over here. It's not even a house. It is a place for her to make nectar. There's a bunch of dust and stuff I haven't gotten a vacuum, and I heard that you could make money with these, so I'm kind of keeping it to see how it goes. I have a small basement down here with just like a place to age the nectar. But yeah, that is what I ended up doing with the Rags to Riches lot. But thank you so much for watching. And if you bought the pack, I hope you are enjoying it. And if you haven't bought the pack yet and you are waiting, I would appreciate it if you used my creator code when buying Enchanted by Nature. It's not a discount code, but it does help to support me with a small commission. And I'm glad that I tried to build a house on here because I was worried that there wouldn't be a good enough area to do so. So it's nice that there was. And here's a picture of it at night. I thought it was really pretty, so I took a picture to share. And it was a lot of fun uploading so much this week. It's going to slow down a little bit from here. I'm not going to be uploading every single day, but I have a bunch of more builds planned that I'll be posting soon. So thank you for watching. Bye.